Can playing a video game get you demons?
Well, it depends entirely on which games you are playing, and what you're planning on doing with said demons. If you're playing Super Mario Bros., then no, not really a demony game. But if you are playing something like Shin Megami Tensei or Doom, yes. But in one case, you chat them up, and in the other, you f*** them up, probably with a shotgun. Now, if you actually mean, do video games give you in real life spooky ghost demons, then no, what the hell's wrong with you? Oh right, you're Bob Larson. Everything is wrong with him.
It depends on the game and how obsessed you are with playing it.
No. No matter how addicted to a video game you can become, there is no way you could possibly get literally demonic possessed. Because, and get this right, demons don't exist. Now don't get me wrong, doing anything to excess is not good for you, but that doesn't mean that you have a demon problem. It means you likely have an addictive / compulsive personality. But Bob ain't about to help anyone with that. He's more, pay me hundreds of dollars to do a pretend exorcism kind of guy.
I've cast out demons from people who were possessed because of video games.
What he said there would be equally untrue, even without the video games bit. You've cast out demons from f***ing baloney, mate. All you do is scam people who are desperate or stupid out of money whilst offering them no actual help or benefit. You're a garbage person, and I hope someday you stop. I just wanted to get that in early because Bob is just the worst. Now onto the fun stuff. Mostly.
Of course, all video games aren't evil.
I think I should take that completely literally and end it here. Oh wait, no, of course he's going to keep talking. And you know what? He could make a good point about some games actually being evil. Like, there's a sponsorship that I will never take because I legitimately think that game is evil, and I mean like evil, like destroys lives kind of evil. Not the, he heard the name Baphomet, get him to a faith healer before he starts asking questions kind of wussy evil that you espouse. And then of course there's EA, which used to mean Electronic Arts and now just means egregious assholes. Come up with your own versions in the comments, pretty please. Algoritmo demands it. And I could go on, but the point is, Bob won't bring them up because he probably has no idea, because knowing what he's talking about just ain't his bag.
But many of the most popular ones are.
Like Minecraft and Tetris, and especially that most evil game of them all, Wii Sports. No, I'm not joking. Think about all those poor innocents that have been hurt while people are swinging their arms about like lunatics around about the mid-2000s. Now, I don't mean fellow humans getting beamed in the face. That shit's hilarious. I mean those poor, innocent TVs. Oh God, it's just so tragic. Cut down in the prime of life. See, now I'm just thinking of the horror show that would be Roger Murphy's University with a Wiimote. Oh God damn.
It's all part of a $70 billion industry.
$70 billion! That is an incredible amount of money. Christ, any industry generating even half that kind of income must be similarly evil. Oh, would you look at that? And that's not buying things that could arguably have value to the individuals, like a fun game or whatever. That's donations. And that's just in the US alone. But I'm sure that all goes to really good causes like mega churches and stately manors. Look, I don't give a f*** if it was only 1% of that amount that goes to these creeps. It's still far too much, and I am sure that it's way more. Also, I assume that number doesn't count things like bill here's, service charges, and God knows how many of you f***ing charlatans pull that kind of shit. So yeah, people in glass houses shouldn't shit their beds.
Often built on emotional attributes of aggression and dispassionate murder.
Are you f***ing kidding me? No way, no f***ing way. I refuse to believe that Bob's editor isn't just ripping the piss out of Bob. I swear, there was something like this last time he spoke about video games, and this is even funnier. That is James Rolfe, aka the internet's very own angry video game nerd. Literally the inspiration for a million YouTube channels. And that would be like a still from one of his videos. Videos where he plays old, shitty games that suck ass. The reason he's angry is not because violent games make him evil, but because they are freaking awful and he's expressing anger. Of all the images to use, there's no way that's an accident. Hilarious.
Now listen to me. Here's what is really dangerous.
Is it deranged old ghouls who lie about topics they don't understand in order to fleece money out of rubes and people who feel like they have nowhere else to turn? Yeah, I agree. You are one of the most dangerous people on the internet. At least to the people who watch you unironically.
The demons that you may get from video games.
Wait, didn't you already say that? And didn't I already say that? No, they don't real. I mean, I understand that you are an old, but come on, don't you script this shit? You really don't need to be repeating yourself. Maybe you have a demon of forgetfulness, eh? Didn't think of that, did ya?
Can hide undetected for months, even years.
They are so undetected that it's like they don't even reel. Until one day, you just sat there, eating a sandwich, and wham! You drop it on the floor by accident. Or did you? It was actually video game demons that made you drop your sandwich. Got your attention now, don't I, bitches? None of y'all want to be dropping some tasty sandwiches on the floor, do ya? Video games. It's not worth a ruined sandwich. Although 5-second rule, so never mind.
Consider the recent case of Adele. This is a real person that I dealt with.
I'm surprised you aren't f***ing winking. A real person who I dealt with. Is there any way that sentence couldn't be more suspicious? Next you're gonna tell me they were actually your girlfriend, but they went to a different school so you wouldn't know them. For f***'s sake, talk about telling on yourself. Let me guess, she also moved to Canada, you f***ing liar.
Who became possessed from the game RuneScape.
Oh shit son, RuneScape? Man, that's a blast from the past. And look at that, it's still about. Awesome. But, so sure, your totally real girlfriend Adele, totally real person, was possessed by RuneScape. I mean, I could see someone being way too into it. I think a lot of people have had a RuneScape phase, but demonic possessed or whatever? That seems unlikely. And not just because of Adele's ambiguous reality status.
Some of you may not know the game RuneScape if you are new to gaming.
No, they won't know it because they're your fans, who are probably even more out of touch with reality than you are. It's literally one of the most famous Mamorpagas on the face of the planet. It's so well known, people who don't know shit all about video games know about RuneScape. My mum has heard of it, and she's about as much of a gamer as I am a sober person. Or she is a sober person. Look, I had to get it from somewhere, didn't I?
Because it's not as popular as it used to be, but...
Like you know anything about it or its popularity. Stop pretending that you know anything about this or any other subject you ever talk about. I bet you just asked random 12-year-olds to name a game and that's all they could think of on the spot. Probably because you're such a terrifying sight to behold. And that's just what you ended up with. That's not their fault. That's your fault. For being you. Stop it.
200 million accounts of the game have been created.
Yeah, so what? It's a free game. Like I said, everyone and their dog used to play RuneScape back in the day, if they had an internet.com connection. Free MMORPG, when others are charging 10 or 20, sometimes even more bucks for a game that you already had to buy in a shop. F that shit. No, a freebie RuneScape for me, to have effectively a pretty similar experience. Bar the graphics, because hot damn, even though they have improved massively, they still look like someone made a game out of the discarded remnants of my science experiments. Yes, that is a human spleen.
And today, still, at least 1 million people play it regularly.
Well, good for them. What's your f***ing point?
It is the world's largest and most updated free MMORPG.
Is it just me, or did that sound like more than one take of him saying MMORPG smashed together to make it sound like he can actually repeat some letters in order without falling to the ground and breaking his hip? Seems pretty likely. The alphabet is famously difficult.
A massively multiplayer online role-playing game.
Okay, thanks for the definition. And Christ, I hope he doesn't start going somewhere along the lines of, see, role-player game, like the Drungans and Daggons. They am the evil game. D&D is about as harmful as a shotgun filled with marshmallows to anything but your ability to get out to the club. And you'll be richer for it, unless you get into minifigs. Then you will be desperately poor.
Here's the problem.
Is it something stupid? It's going to be something stupid, isn't it? And not just that you are talking total shit about a subject that you know all but nothing about, but also it'll be stupid for other reasons too, because you can't just say silly things that are silly in a single way. You are a 10th level master of the omni-silly.
The name is taken in part from the Nordic divination practice of using runes.
Oh noes, a fantasy role-playing game that takes an element from ancient religions? That's never happened before, apart from all the time, because that's what they all do, you goofy motherfucker. And it's not like the game literally has fucking runes in it, that are simply just how you cast certain spells and shit, if I remember rightly. No, you know what? It should be called Wonder Click, because you wander about and you click on things. That's much more fun and engaging.
These are small stones engraved with occult symbols.
No, they fucking aren't a cult, you dipshit. They are literally just the letters of a goddamn alphabet, you fucking tool. There are many runic alphabets that have been used by various cultures throughout the centuries. And to call them simply occult symbols is to be so staggeringly ignorant of history that I can only assume it was something said by you. And hey, would you look at that? It was something you said. It's almost like you are well known for knowing dick all about dick all.
It's used to tell the future. It's a form of divination.
Wait. Are you telling me I can use video games to tell the future? F***ing A. So all I have to do is buy all the video games, play all the video games, and then buy a lottery ticket, and then I'll win, because I know the future apparently. Damn it, Bob, you're holding out on us. Although, watch him say that it can't do that while simultaneously peddling his stupid shit that totally does have two magical powers.
And has been for thousands of years in Nordic culture.
How dare they have a different culture that came to different conclusions than me, as if there's not actually any clear evidence pointing at any particular way of believing in the supernatural. Almost like it's actually just something that cultures made up, and eventually the one that managed to do the best at killing and forcing their ideas on everyone else became the most practiced religion. But not because they did that, but because they're totally right. Even though all the other quote-unquote wrong religions outnumber them 2-1 when combined. But shut up.
To Adele, 10 years ago, RuneScape was just a way to pass time. She's a young teenager.
Yeah, I mean, what else was she supposed to do? Exist? She didn't have time for that. So Bob made an account for himself and then made Adele on the other computer. And whenever anybody asked her a question, she would answer about the time it takes to use the computer in the other room to answer. But duh, that's because she's in Canada, dumbass. Also, Bob, don't date teenagers, even if they are made up. That's just fucking creepy.
But one of her game creatures was a dragon.
Dun dun dun. Look at his fucking face. He's like, aha, see? See how I got them? They have dragons. Dragons! You know, like those totally real things that real. It's supposed to be a fantasy game, but they had real things in it, those stupid bastards. 1 point to Bob, minus infinity million and 50 to RuneScape.
As a young woman, just a teenager, she didn't understand spiritual warfare.
Good, because it's bullshit. And let's just say that the totally real person who is real, as stated by Honest Bob's Demon Extermination Emporium's Employee of the Month, you know himself, because who else would work for him? Let's say she is real, and now she believes you're horseshit. The fact that she didn't know it then, but does now, is only a testament to your ability to trick people into believing the garbage you spout, not whether or not it is actually true.
She didn't even know. The dragon is a symbol of the devil.
Oh, f*** off. No, it isn't. A dragon is a cross-cultural idea that likely stems from the discovery of fossilized dinosaur bones across the world. Although I would not be surprised if old Bob is one of those dinosaur bones were put there by the devil to shake our faith or some stupid shit like that. No, it couldn't be that your thing is just wrong. Everything that refutes your beliefs actually reinforces them, because it's all a fucking ridiculous, pointless test.
This is biblically stated in Revelation chapter 12, verses 1 through 9. Read it for yourself.
No thanks, I think I would rather be cool, riding a motorcycle and having lots of sex with attractive people than fucking read. That shit's lame, especially when it's the Bible. Although thank you for not reading out that quote. Although, that is kind of suspicious. That he doesn't read it in the video, almost like it's a really silly part that reads like a children's storybook. and has zero basis in anything approaching fact. Although, to be fair, it is in the Bible, so of course it's that.
Adele's transgression, though it was in ignorance, was an open door for Satan to enter.
Your mum's an open door for Satan to enter. She loves it. But no, Bob. No, it f***ing wasn't. It was a series of code ultimately broken down to a series of zeros and ones that makes an imaginary version of an imaginary creature that doesn't do anything but look kinda cool, really. If Satan were real, I think he would do something far less stupid than infect kids via the medium of video game. He would make a YouTube channel where he lied to people in order to make money. Wait a second. Satan, is that you? I f***ing knew it.
Wait, before you go, I have something super important to tell you. It's life or death. It will change everything forever. Nope, wait, it's gone. Oh well, probably wasn't important. But while I have you, don't forget to comment, subscribe and notify. And if you want more of my smexy voice, check out Mrs. Six's channel Spoonstaff Stories, where I narrate and voice all the videos, and she does the work. And if you want to support the channel, check out the merch store for cool t-shirts, or check out Patreon, memberships and PayPal to support directly. Finally, follow me on the medias of social to get completely pointless guff and to keep up on the latest releases. Oh, I just remembered what I was going to tell you. Whatever you do, don't touch the